Welcome back everyone, here is the game plan for today. A legendary breakfast, a smashed phone, some bicycle surgery, setting up a dev environment for a new project, and finishing off with evening classes. Pro tip: saute some onions, throw in 2 eggs, mix it with cottage cheese and cucumbers, and you get this, the ultimate breakfast of champions. Absolutely beautiful. Yesterday was a total disaster. My phone took a 4-foot dive and didn't make it. So I ripped out the screen, scraped off the old adhesive, salvaged the front camera and sensors, and sent the phone to the timeout corner to think about its life choices until the new display arrives. I needed to head out, but since I can't unlock the city bikes without a phone, it was the perfect time to finally fix my own bike. The brakes had reached a point where they were basically optional. I ordered a brake bleeding kit, but the manual was a nightmare. Those Chinese characters were so confusing that even the diagrams couldn't save me. I wanted to look up a tutorial since I never done this before, but surprise, surprise, my phone is dead. So I figured I just wing it. How hard can it be? I started unscrewing things, and of course, the kit didn't include an Allen key for this one specific rusty bolt. Had to run back upstairs to grab my own set. But wait, my budget set from the local supermarket only had keys that were either way too big or way too small. I ended up using peelers and gloves to keep things clean. I hooked up the reservoir at the top and used a syringe at the bottom to suck out the excess fluid. Bull 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 bull. Cleaned up the mess, and hey, it actually worked. The rear brake is back to life. The front one still needs to work, but man, one down. Finished the rear brake, did a quick stress test, okay, that's staying fixed for now. Grease the chain, and that's a wrap on the mechanics. Time to get back to the lab. Moving on to a project for my wireless communication security class. We're building a pager system designed to send and receive basic pings like OK, confirmed, or bring me a beer. We are using a Nucleo dev board with a custom shield, sensors, buttons and wireless module and a display. These pagers talk to a gateway, which in our case is a Raspberry Pi Zero 2W equipped with its own radio module. My job is to build the gateway and give it some pretty cool features, but more on that later. We are using a repo from a previous year that handles the Pi to the radio communication, which is a huge head start. Time to clone the repo. I flashed a fresh OS image onto the SD card. I also made sure to write down the login credentials in my notebook, because knowing me, those passwords will vanish from my memory in just 5 minutes. If you are wondering how professionals create electronics without chaos and with maximum collaboration, the answer is Altium Develop. Imagine an environment where you eliminate the problem of manually emailing files to others, such as mechanical engineer for PCB verification, and start working in real time in one cloud. Altium Develop is an advanced professional central hub that integrates the PCB design tool with the broader ecosystem. With it you can forget about the frustration and delays that come from constantly losing context and having to manually track corrections. Fresh OS in, Pi powered up. I tried to SSH in and update the packages, but it failed immediately. Turns out the system date was totally wrong. Quick manual date fix and we were back in business. I also installed Tailscale so the rest of the team can remote in from outside the local network, and as you can see, We can now SSH in using the static API without any headaches. To save time on GitHub logins, I just cloned the repo to my PC and pushed it over the Pi. Then it was finally time to bike to the university and give those new brakes a proper test ride. Perfectly timed, because our lab session this week was all about encryption. Essentially scrambling data so that if anyone hijacks your signal, they are just looking at gibberish. The day finally started winding down. Biking back at night is honestly the best part. No traffic, crisp air, city lights everywhere. It's a total vibe. One quick match on the PC and then it's lights out. Peace.